Hello everyone, my name is Jackson Humphrey, and today I'll be sharing with you the Community and Learning Center in partnership with the Japanese American Society of Central Ohio, or JASCO. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about the city I'm in right now, Dublin, Ohio. Did you know that Dublin is home to the largest Japanese community in all of Ohio? In 2020, Ohio was home for 23,834 Japanese residents, causing it to be the state with the 15th highest number of Japanese citizens in all of the U.S. With nearly 3,000 Japanese residents, it surpasses even major cities like Columbus and Cincinnati. Its growing community has contributed significantly to the cultural diversity and economic vitality of the region. Beyond population, the Japanese community has had a profound economic impact in Ohio. According to a 2023 survey conducted by the Consulate General of Japan in Detroit, Japanese investment continues to play a critical role in the state's economy. As of 2023, there were 434 Japanese-owned facilities in Ohio. These businesses provided 68,796 direct jobs, making it the highest total in all of the Midwest. Until recent years, Japan was also Ohio's leading foreign investor, further demonstrating the depth and longevity of this international relationship. There are clear reasons why Dublin, specifically, has become a center for Japanese life in Ohio. One of the most important connections is its status as a friendship city with Mashiko, Japan, a relationship that fosters cultural exchange, mutual visits, and shared community projects. This international connection is reflected locally. Dublin is home to nearly 30 Japanese businesses, further reinforcing its role as a hub for Japanese culture and commerce. Additionally, nearby Marysville is home to a major Honda manufacturing plant, one of the largest Japanese employers in the state. The plant attracts many Japanese nationals and their families to the area, creating a demand for schools, cultural resources, and community support tailored to their needs. While the Japanese community in Central Ohio continues to grow, foreign residents often face a multitude of challenges. Language barriers can make even simple daily tasks overwhelming. Culture shock can create a sense of isolation, especially for those new to the country. And for many, homesickness is a quiet but persistent struggle. Fortunately, there is an organization that's already working to bridge these cultural and linguistic gaps, a group committed to supporting the Japanese community in Central Ohio and building connections between cultures. That organization is the Japanese American Society of Central Ohio, or JASCO. JASCO is a private, not-for-profit membership association of Americans and Japanese who desire to bring the Japanese American communities together, promote goodwill through the sharing of knowledge about Japan, and provide a forum for informed discussion regarding the Japan-U.S. relationship. Through language meetups, English and Japanese classes, and cultural events, JASCO provides essential resources that foster understanding, friendship, and community. In an interview, Mark Corna, the previous chairman of JASCO, stated, "It can be a challenge to assimilate and feel comfortable for Japanese here. Language is the biggest barrier, but the city goes out of its way to accommodate the Japanese community." There is a problem, however. Currently, JASCO is working out the third floor of an office space, one they share with a university, meaning they can't host classes or events until the evening. JASCO's work in Ohio is vital. However, with no official space to call their own and an ever-growing Japanese community in Ohio, JASCO is in desperate need of a dedicated space where they can continue their mission and help as many people as they can. With these problems in mind, I created a project brief in order to best summarize the goal of my project. I want to create a community and learning center that will serve as a vital hub for intercultural exchange, offer a welcoming space where individuals from diverse backgrounds can connect, share experiences, and learn from one another. I want to develop a center that will help foster understanding, offer language learning opportunities, and provide a platform for collaboration. I want a place that will help bridge cultural divides, address common challenges faced by residents, and promote a sense of belonging and unity within the community. My audience for this project can be summarized in two main groups. First is Japanese expatriates in Dublin. For recent Japanese residents, this center offers a place to build community, form friendships, and ease the transition into a new culture. It helps alleviate homesickness, reduces the language barrier, and even supports navigating bureaucratic challenges that often come with international relocation. By creating a space where cultural familiarity is preserved and celebrated, the center becomes a vital source of comfort and support. This project isn't just for the Japanese community. For local residents of Central Ohio, it provides opportunities to engage with and learn from Japanese culture. Through language exchange, cultural events, and community programs, the center encourages cross-cultural friendships and fosters mutual understanding. So how am I going to do this? Well, I made a few design guidelines to help me keep those problems in mind and solve them effectively. My goal was to create an adaptable space that will evolve with the changing needs of its users and align with JASCO's vision by fostering connectivity, community, and intercultural exchange. I want to design a building that will create a relaxing atmosphere that supports both study and socialization, ultimately becoming a second home for Central Ohio's foreign residents. With all this in mind, I began the process of creating the Community and Learning Center. The proposed site for this project is located right here in Dublin, just a mile and a half northeast of where I'm presenting today. Choosing a local site was important, not just for accessibility, but to root the building and the very community that it's meant to serve. Here's a closer look at the site. With 2.78 acres, this plot provides ample space to accommodate JASCO's needs for years. Finally, I decided to visit the site in person in order to get a first-hand experience of the space. With the site chosen, I created an architectural program of the necessary spaces that I would put into the center. These spaces were subject to change, but it gave me a great starting point to begin ideation. With the basic size and requirements of the interior spaces outlined, I began the process of ideating, testing various floor plans and layouts to see how these spaces could be most effectively arranged. Here are a few of the many conceptual floor plans that I created. After testing different floor plans, I arrived at two possible site plans. The first site plan, shown on the left, was my initial choice. However, after further analysis, I realized the building was too long for the site. It didn't fully utilize the space that was available. To better match the site and the building's relationship to the landscape, I made adjustments to the layout, shifting the massing and reworking circulation to make the design more compact and efficient. Here you can see the final master plan. The building footprint is designed to be concentrated yet expansive, allowing for clear circulation between the different spaces while maintaining openness. With the site and master plan in place, I refined the interior layout to accommodate all the necessary spaces for JASCO and the community. The final floor plan balances social spaces and educational classrooms while maintaining a logical flow throughout the space. With the floor plan finalized, I shifted my focus to the atmosphere of the space, how it should feel for the people using it. To guide this, I created a series of mood boards that helped me explore the materiality, lighting, color, and overall tone. The second mood board I created is dedicated entirely to the roof. I knew early on that the roof would be one of the most important architectural elements, and that I wanted to include a roof that was unique to the space that I was creating. With a clear vision for the atmosphere and materials, I moved into sketching, exploring how the building could take shape in 3 dimensions. These early sketches were essential in helping me visualize massing, roof lines, and key architectural elements. With the layout finalized and the design elements established, I moved into CAD in order to create a rendered floor plan to clearly visualize the experience of moving throughout the space. Here's the floor plan, now fully rendered. You can start to get a better feel for the space and how the overall flow of the center will work. One key design decision I made was separating the more social, active places like the event space and the lounge from the quieter areas like the offices and classrooms. Rather than splitting them into different buildings, I kept everything under one roof and used a long hallway to connect them to the central lobby. This layout keeps the building unified while still giving each type of space its own atmosphere and function. Here are the north and south elevation. The north elevation shown above marks the main entrance to the community center and faces the parking lot. The south elevation opens towards the courtyard and reveals a little more of the building's internal program. The east elevation highlights the lounge and event space, while the west elevation shows the offices and the classrooms. Now let's take a closer look at the east elevation. This elevation marks the most expressive side of the building, with the window curving with the roof, offering intrigue and consistency to the exterior. Now let's take a look inside and see how these spaces are experienced from within. You can now get a better sense of the scale and the layout of these spaces. Now let's shift back to the west elevation and take a closer look at the office space. You can see how the facade is more uniform here, with carefully placed windows to let in natural light. Peeling back the exterior, we can get a better sense of how the space feels from within. Moving just south of the office space, we can see the classrooms. Large windows line the exterior, filling the classrooms with natural light throughout the day. Taking a peek inside, the classrooms are purposefully designed with a modest and calming aesthetic to support focus and create a peaceful learning environment. Now let's step into the experience of the center itself. Through a series of eye-level views, I will walk you through both the exterior and interior spaces of the Community and Learning Center. This is the view as you arrive at the center. I hope this view will become a familiar one to many residents around Dublin who are eager to learn and connect with others. Moving east, we come to the event space, the heart of the center's community life. This side of the building opens up more boldly, allowing for easier viewing inside and out. Moving just south from the event space, we come to the lounge area. This part of the building is a bit more compact with lower roofing and smaller windows. It offers a quiet, more intimate, and relaxed atmosphere. Moving west, we could see a rhythm of curved wooden beams rising from the porch floor, arcing overhead to form a soft canopy. The structure not only provides shade and shelter, but it guides movement, quietly directing you towards the next destination. Now we step fully inside the building, entering through the main lobby, the true heart of circulation within the center. From here, visitors are presented with a choice. Turning right leads to the classrooms and open office where learning and daily work happen. Turning left brings you to the lounge and event space where social connection and fellowship take place. Going left, you enter the lounge. You're greeted by the lively and inviting atmosphere where you can immerse yourself in books on culture and language or engage in meaningful conversation with others with similar interests. This is a space for shared curiosity, exploration, and connecting through knowledge. Crossing the hallway, you enter the event space. This adaptable space is designed to seamlessly transition from professional meetings to vibrant cultural gatherings and language exchange meetups. It's a place where you can collaborate, connect, and engage with different cultures, making it a dynamic hub for both business and community enrichment. Going right from the lobby, you enter the open office space, a place that encourages collaboration, focus on flexibility, with a layout that supports both individual work and team interaction. Natural light and natural elements create a refreshing environment that promotes productivity and a strong sense of community. This area supports the daily operations of JASCO. It's where staff, volunteers, and instructors plan programs, coordinate events, and support community members. Further down the hall, you enter one of the 4 classroom spaces, built to foster learning, language exchange, and personal development. These rooms are designed to be flexible and comfortable, adapting to both English and Japanese language instruction, cultural workshops, or small group gatherings. Whether it's a young student attending their first language class or a longtime resident preparing for a citizenship test, this room is a tool for all types of learning. Moving outside, the porch provides a welcoming transition between indoors and out. With beautiful views that invite relaxation and connection, it's a place to pause, enjoy fresh air, and engage in casual conversation while taking in the surrounding environment. A sculptural roof element gently dips towards the pond, framing a deliberate opening that captures the rising sun. You can enjoy the view it frames as light filters into the courtyard during the morning hours. Encompassed by the porch, the central courtyard offers a peaceful retreat, surrounded by Japanese maples, natural stone, and a serene pond. With seating along a gentle walking path, it invites a moment of calm within the heart of the community center. The pond itself serves as a sort of centerpiece, adding a sense of stillness and harmony into the courtyard. Wrapping around the garden, the porch path rises gently above the ground, a few feet of elevation that frame the rest of the courtyard. As we take a final look at the center, it's important to reflect on what this space truly represents, not just for JASCO, but for the broader community here in Dublin and beyond. For JASCO, this building would be transformational. It would give the organization a permanent, purpose-built home, one that reflects their passion and supports it in every possible way. With a dedicated space, they could host more events, teach more language classes, and provide deeper support to the growing number of Japanese residents in Central Ohio. But the impact doesn't stop there. The center is also for the wider public, for anyone who wants to learn, connect, or simply experience the richness of a different culture. It creates opportunities for neighbors to become friends, for traditions to be shared, and for understanding to grow where it might not have before. As the number of foreign residents in the U.S. continues to rise, creating welcoming spaces like this has never been more important. These centers help new arrivals navigate language barriers, homesickness, and the often overwhelming adjustment to a new culture. But beyond that, they provide a meaningful foundation for connection and growth. They provide a place where people are not just visitors, but part of a community. By investing in places like this, we invest in a future that is more inclusive and understanding and resilient for everyone. Thank you for taking the time to walk through this presentation with me. I hope it's clear that this isn't just about a building, it's about what a building can make possible. Thank you.